We are getting close to the end, everybody. There's only one rite left.
You have completed the rite of peace. All will be summoned shortly.
Dr. Pretorius, you are accused of drugging the wizards Erasmus and Chakra, and attempting to drug others. What have you to say of this?
I have harmed no one. I have merely attempted to make certain that those pesky perverters of reality who call themselves wizards do not interfere with this contest. This was done to make certain that science should prevail over such nonsensical sorcery. This kingdom must be ruled by reason, not magical quackery.
You do not deny that you and Gort are directly involved with drugging the wizards?
Of course not. I'm a perfectly honest person.
Very well. By your own words, Dr. Pretorius, you have convicted yourself of the crime of distributing illegal drugs. Gort, you too are accused of being an accomplice and accessory to this crime. You are disqualified from the rights of rulership.
No, you can't disqualify God. I protest. Science must rule.
What a child.
This is not fair. You are fools, all of you, to believe that neutralizing magicians is some sort of crime. They perpetrate the crime of altering reality. Why don't you convict them? We scientists deserve to rule this misbegotten little kingdom. Only we can show the world the way to the future. Only we can destroy the superstitious sorcerers and let technology triumph. We will overcome the occult. Science rules.
Take them away.
We have some major shopping to do soon.
The people of Atlantis have pledged their alliance with Silmaria. Our boats will again be able to sail without fear of attack from the Tritons of the sea. Our harbor will again be safe for free trade. The Prince of Shapir went into the depths of the sea. He found Atlantis and brought forth the symbol of peace between our lands and people. Thus ends the rite of peace.
Boop-boop-a-doo.
By tradition, there have always been 7 rights of rulership. The quests have always been of the highest importance to the kingdom. The last of these quests is always the most critical. This is the final right of rulership. Our kingdom has been terrorized by an assassin. Our king, our citizens, and our comrades have fallen to his poisonous blade. He must be stopped. However,
Oh,
an
now you
assassin is
care.
but a tool. Mercenaries invading our countryside are but a tool. Inciting war between the Tritons and Silmaria too somehow ties into our present situation. It is not a coincidence that all these events have occurred now. You will seek out the cause of all these events. You will find the one person responsible for these terrible deeds. You will make that person pay for all the death and destruction he has brought to Silmaria. This is the right of justice.
You got it. I don't like that spell. Don't need that anymore. I'll put this on. Uh-oh. Bad news board. I'm gonna do something crazy.
Good to see you again. I could really use that stuff.
Fine.
Sure, that'll work. I can't do that. I could really use that stuff, but that's just more than I can afford to pay. Maybe we can come in somewhere.
I'll keep those. Wait, how many of each do I have? Four of those, 3 of those. Okay.
I'd really like to be able to sell stuff that cheaply, but then I wouldn't be able. I couldn't even buy the ingredients to make more if I sold my stuff that cheap. Sure, that'll. I'd really like to be able to sell stuff that cheaply, but then I wouldn't be able to buy food. I couldn't even buy the ingredients to make more if I sold my stuff. You know, I never liked that number. It comes out. Sure, that'll work.
And we have a few of these, but how many? 3. Probably buy like enough to have 10 of those.
I'd really like to be able to sell stuff that cheaply, but I couldn't even buy the ingredients to make more if I sold. You know, I never liked that number. Sure, that'll.
All right. I may be being a little excessive with my spending, but I want to be sure when the time comes, we are fully prepared to survive it. I probably do not need this anymore. That's a jip. I bought it for like 1,000 or 800 or something.
If you don't want it, don't bargain for it. You think I'm made of money? I won't pay more pay. I won't pay more than this for it. This is my final offer. This is my final offer. This is my final offer.
Okay, don't get so
We got a
sassy.
deal.
Don't get so sassy. Let's buy just a shit ton of these. Let's buy a shit ton of them. Let's buy 100. YOLO. What else am I gonna spend money on? Seriously?
It's worth a lot more than you're sure cheap. You're sure cheap. This is my final offer. This is my final offer.
I get it.
We got a deal.
Ba 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 da. See if the famous adventurer has anything to say. And then we will go visit Arana.
Hi there. Been making a list of the stuff I want to take with me when I go adventuring again. I've got to get some healing potions. You can never have too many healing potions, you know. I've got a bad feeling that something big is about to happen. It's the kind of feeling I had when I visited Pompeii just before Vesuvius decided to blow. It's not exactly a good thing, whatever it is. You want to know all my secrets, don't you? Let me think for a moment. Yes, here's one. My name, it was Don Juan when I journeyed to Madrid. The senoritas were quite fond of all the things I said and did. I've been known as Casanova when I strolled Venice by night. All the ladies would throw kisses. All the men would pick a fight.
I think he's just like full of shit though. I don't
get
believe
too
a
caught up in
word.
this rulership thing. There's been a lot of stuff going on besides the rites here on Marite. Someone's been breaking the dragon posts and obviously setting up to release the dragon. Now this dragon isn't one of those flying beasties that trophy hunters are fond of putting up on walls. This is the monster that the wizards of Atlantis inadvertently released many, many eons ago. The wizards had to send Atlantis to the bottom of the sea to escape the total destruction by the dragon. Most of the wizards died trying to bind the dragon. That's why Atlantis is still underwater. No one was powerful enough to release it after the wizards were killed. The dragon will destroy Marit completely if it's released, and probably Atlantis this time as well.
You're so excited
Legend
about
says
everything.
It can't be bound unless
Stop
there is
yelling.
a standing dragon pillar. Legend also says it can't be destroyed unless someone sacrifices his life for the dragon. This won't be much of a kingdom to rule if the dragon rises. Suspicious of that rich miser? He has been in the midst of stuff lately. Several centuries ago,
Oof, he's
Marit
long-winded
was
today.
ruled by the House of Minos.
Damn.
That kingdom was lost when the king decided to pursue revenge rather than rule the city. Minos had been an advisor for the late king for a year or so. Not sure how good his advice was. Minos reminds me of his ancestor. Rather petty and fond of revenge. I do feel like things are going to get worse around here before they get better. Watch yourself.
Hiccups. That hiccup is a good omen. It means things will be just fine. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your little old head. What's tiring to fly this? Whatever.
Welcome again to my garden. Enjoy a moment of beauty when you can. I know you are very busy.
Oh, it's because we're so damn encumbered. There are worse things in life.
What is this? What is this? What is this? Ah! These are lovely. These are These are These are These are lovely. You must feel very happy at the success of your peace mission. You have saved many, many lives. Congratulations. Now that I have my island home set up, I will be learning as much as I can about the problems you are facing here in Silmaria. I will try to help you as much as I can. I spoke with some Tritons who swam near my island. They have been called back to Atlantis to strengthen the defense of the city. It seems you proved to them that they were vulnerable to a concerted attack. They spoke to me of the peace agreement. I let them know that their kind would always be welcome to my island. There will always be peace here. I will do what I can to learn more about what you speak.
Let's see if she'll
It
give
is
us a
sad to know that
smooch.
this
She might
beautiful land
not.
has
She
so
might not
much
be ready
danger
quite
and
yet.
wickedness. You wish to kiss me? No one has ever asked that of me before. I am not wholly human, you realize.
That's fine.
We are friends, more than friends, but we are not lovers. I need to think this over. I never thought that there could be someone to be a part of my life. I have been a loner. Please have patience, and thank you for the offer. I am honored.
We're in.
May peace always fill your life, my friend.
We'll check back with her tomorrow. I think it'll be okay. It's all those spears we're carrying. Our body's like, no! I may have gotten a little bit excited when I was buying those. That's not killing us. So it's fine. I'm a little concerned that it's 6 p.m. So I'm going to save. Just blood spurting off of us. No big deal.
You look very pleased with yourself. What can I do for you now? When I see you with a smile like that, I begin to worry. I feel as though I'm about to experience an unwelcome surprise. Do you have something to trade for the gnome's deed? You aren't just going to leave without relieving my suspense, are you? Interesting. It does have distinct possibilities. This is an acceptable trade for the deed to the gnome inn. I thank you for such a kind offer. You may give this deed back to Anagramma with my compliments.
They are like 18,000 Qs, whatever that means. It's okay, we'll unload stuff later. Have you heard about my new girlfriend? I'm here to gloat.
You look like you're the cat that caught the canary. Or is it another bird you caught? I dated an undertaker once, but he just wanted my body. Care to try our Saturday night special? It'll make girls fawn all over you.
I'd be happy to pander to your tastes.
I am not interested, filthy whore.
Crime doesn't pay if you get caught.
How are things going with you? I don't see you nearly as much as I'd like. I've been waiting for a guy like you to come into my life.
You can wait a bit
I
longer.
look forward to your return.
What? You got it? Yippee! The deed is done! Thanks so much! I'd be a homeless gnome without this. And the cooks would have to find jobs as circus clowns again. You saved us! Howdy, Ranger. I rope you reckon to stay in this here 2-centaur town for a while.
We're gonna put some stuff in the chest that we don't need. Nothing else is really heavy enough to be a problem. Put that away. I will put that away. Oops. God, I hate this system so much. I hate it. Don't really need that anymore. Oops. I have an idea. We'll just throw a bunch of them when we wake up tomorrow. No big deal. Yeah, exactly, Lily.
Hey, Prince.
Again?
Wake up.
I
need
have
to
a
speak with
girlfriend
you
now.
again.
Please.
I'm heading back to Minos Island. I now know where I can find the proof that he's guilty. I just want you to know who to blame if I don't come back. Minos and I have been getting into many arguments lately. He is learning that I do not follow his orders. He wants people to obey him without question. I do not like Minos, nor do I trust him. I saw something in Minos' treasure room that looked like the Prophecy Stone. If it is the Prophecy Stone, then that means that Minos is behind all the breaking of the Dragon Pillars. I don't know what he's up to yet, but I intend to find out. These rites will soon be over. They have been difficult and dangerous. It may well be that you will win and I shall lose. Still, I regret nothing. It has been most interesting working with you, and against you. Of course I shall be careful. I am not an inexperienced fool, as you should know. Still, it is good that you care for my safety. You are a fine hero. We will meet again. I am certain of that. Farewell.
You can leave now. What are you staying for? You're not invited. Let's have a little breakfast. And then throw some spears.
I just wanted to thank you again for giving me the deed. I didn't want you to think I was an ingrate. So the cooks and I whipped up a special meal for you. You're my hero, Joe. Having this deed is a big weight off my shoulders, let me tell you. I was afraid I was going to be indigent and incapable of making a living. With all the neat stuff we did to this inn, I'm sure this will be a big hit with the tourists. I just hope we get some tourists. They really wanted to go out of their way to make an unforgettable dinner for you.
I'm a little scared. Bring me those blue pancakes and french fries, baby.
We call this Hero Surprise. Messy Tessie was fixing roast beef stuffed with crab for you.
Ew.
Tony Maloney was fixing broiled quail with brandy sauce. My gal Sal was making a chocolate temptation cake. And Rover was making bouillabaisse. Unfortunately, Tony sniffed a little too much brandy and set the quail on fire. Tessie dumped the bouillabaisse to put out the fire and poured it all over Sal's cake instead. During the confusion, the crab ate the beast and wandered off. So I went out and bought you a pizza.
That's not so bad. A pizza I can live with. That was worth eating. Thank you, Anne.
Sit down. Let me get you something to eat before you go.
Nope. I already ate. Maybe I did that out of order. That's okay. Alright, let's get out our stammy pills. Because, oh boy, we're going to be throwing some spears. Excuse me. We have lots of frustration as a hero. We really have to work it out. Nailed it. There we go. Life is happy again. Oh yeah. Let's go see our boo. Let's see if she's willing to accept our love and desires. To pinch her butt. That was the real quest for glory this whole time. Screw the dragon, it's all about pinching them cutie butts. Am I right? Nope, I am not right. That's completely incorrect.
The peace agreement that you have made with the people of Atlantis is good for Silmaria and Atlantis. You have done wonders, my friend. I am so glad to see you, as always. I am deeply troubled by the omens of disaster that surround this land. It is almost as frightening as Mordavia was when the Dark One was first being summoned. I fear the death that could face us both. Justice is seldom merciful. Be aware that bloodshed often brings more bloodshed, and death opens doors as well as closes them. The prophecy of doom is a prophecy of death, and I fear that you will be an instrument of fate. The prophecy of doom spoke of a dragon bound by the dragon pillars beneath the island of Merit. It is not a true dragon. It is a collected force of elemental fire and destructive magic bound in the form of a dragon. Thus, it cannot be defeated by mere force of arms. If it is released, it will need the binding magic of a pillar to be restored, and a willing sacrifice out of love for others to defeat the power. You must find the prophecy stone and prevent it from being broken in blood. Otherwise, the Dragon of Doom will destroy this kingdom. It is so wonderful to hear you say those words.
Yes.
All the loneliness of my life melts away knowing how you feel. I love you dearly too.
Sorry, what was that? If you love me, then accept this.
I never thought anyone could ever love me.
Owned.
I am too strange looking, too different. Who would want someone who hides in the woods, casting simple spells of peace? Even in the Shadowland of Death, I dreamed of you. You were my hero, the only person I knew with whom I could share my hopes and fears. I thought I could trust you. I knew I could love you. I just didn't know you could love me.
Of course, baby.
Yes. Gladly will I accept this ring. Joyfully will I marry you and share your life. However, there is no time for our love right now. The danger is too great that the dragon will rise soon. We need to do what we can to save Silmaria. When this danger is over, then we will be free to love. Be careful. I have never cared as much for anyone as I do for you.
Where you're in. We got it.